It is Thursday, the 8th of September, 2022. We're looking at the almost full moon. It's about 2 days away from being full. It'll be full on the 10th of September. I believe it'll be the strawberry moon, as they call it. I guess we could call it the strawberry moon now. And we're looking through a Tamron SP 200-500mm zoom lens, an old manual focus Tamron Adaptol lens from the 1980s, if not the late 1970s, that I acquired some years ago and haven't really used very much because I've been sort of using other less cumbersome lenses, shall we say, because it's a big, heavy piece of glass. Not massive. There are bigger, more heavy telephoto zoom lenses, but it's a good size, good 18 inches or so in length, 95mm filter diameter, all metal and glass and rubber hand grips and stuff. So a serious chunk of glass. So I've tended to use my 400mm Nikkor lens, which is considerably more compact and lightweight and everything, and very high quality. But I'm actually very impressed with what I'm seeing in terms of this lens, in terms of the optical quality. I do not believe it has any full-on extra low dispersion glass in it. It probably has some special glass. I might have to do a bit more research, but essentially my understanding was that this lens was designed by Tamron essentially using conventional optics and glass and conventional design to nevertheless try to minimize color fringing, and therefore have high level of optical quality, close to apochromatic optical quality. And I have to say I'm impressed with what I've seen. It actually has quite high optical quality, even at 500. The telephoto zoom lenses, especially the powerful telephoto zoom lenses, above 80 to 200, let's say, 70 to 300 or 100 to 400 or 200 to 500 and so on, 150 to 600. All of these powerful telephoto zoom lenses tend to lose sharpness at the long end of things, and yet from what I've seen, this is actually pretty impressively sharp at 500mm. So I'm pretty happy with it. I got it relatively cheaply. I think, if I remember correctly, a couple $100, to be honest. It certainly wasn't more than $3, if I remember correctly. The equivalent Nikkor lens, they have a Nikkor 200-500mm f5.6 zoom, autofocus, vibration reduction, and so on and so forth. That lens new is easily $1,500, more like $1,700 more. By the time you add the tax, you're heading towards $2,000. I've seen one on the used market recently for under $1,200. You might be able to talk the guy down to $1,000, but that's still 5 times more than this lens cost. So I think I got a bit of a bargain getting this thing for a couple $100. I really don't think I paid much more than $200 for this thing when I bought it. Maybe $250, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't more than that. Certainly not more than $300. I remember it was in the $200 range. Might have been $250. Basically 50 cents a millimeter, as it were. So pretty happy here. I'm just letting the camera run. I want the moon to run through the frame. We're already 5 minutes into this, and the moon is towards the middle. This shoots for 20 minutes. It records, I should say, for 20 minutes, and then stops recording. And I can see now that we're 5 minutes in, and the moon's almost in the center of the frame. So yeah, it looks like it'd take about 10 minutes to run through the whole frame. So we're going to let it do that. We'll come back in 10 minutes to see where we're at. Yeah, sorry, 5 minutes. Because like I said, yeah, we're already 5 minutes into it. So it looks like we're probably 6 or 7 minutes. It'll be up in the other side of the frame there. So I think I've said enough. Maybe I didn't mention the ISO 64. That's the lowest ISO that this camera does. So best optical. Well, I shouldn't say optical quality. It has nothing to do with optics, but best image quality, highest dynamic range, least noise, and so on and so forth. We're at f8 and I believe a half stop between f8 and 11. So let's say f9 or something. I don't know what the exact number for the half stop between f8 and f11 is, but somewhere in the order of f9, 9.5, something like that. 80th of a second shutter speed. We're underexposing just a little bit to keep detail in the surface of the moon. There's no real white in the image here, whereas if I'm looking with my naked eye, you've got a bright moon with a fair bit of white showing there. So that's that. I just thought I would mention that it is slightly underexposed, but that's deliberate. That's to keep detail in the surface of the moon. So we're going to let this run for a few more minutes. So I'm going to be back.